Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction video and thoughts here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 11 of season 2 of To Your Eternity, Fumetsu no Anatae. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell if you'd like to support me, and feel free to join me till the end of this second season. Okay, in the previous episode we discovered that Fushi made it. I mean, he created that other ship and he's starting reaching that area that it's going to be attacked by the knockers, and at the same time Bon and Kahaku, let's say Bon in this case, because Kahaku is trying to get some knockers here and there and he's together with the Fushi now. But Bon is trying to find if in Uralis there is another Fushi. I mean, another eternal entity or creature. Let's see what's going to happen today. Are you ready to join me with these? Check it out. So he's back to that city because he's trying to, or he is that another city? I think it's another one. Yeah, he's going all around. Ah no, he reached the rail already. Okay, wow. The more he's touching, the more he can sense and he can feel. Wow. Oh wow. Okay. But it's like a Fushidari, when he's touching, he's sensing. Okay. I hope that. I hope that. Fingers crossed that that's what we are trying to do. Kahaku, I'm sorry to tell you that you're not so important. Eh. Oh my, let's see how many they are. Me too. I'm excited too. In the meantime, torta. In the meantime, Bond. Oh no. What are you trying to do, Bond? Okay. They are pretty loyal to Bonsama, eh? Oh, who's that? One left. But why he left? Who's there? Who was But why he said that he's going to commit a sin now? Ah, I see. So when he will die, they also go. He also has an unsolved business, but what does that mean? What does he want to do? Who's that? Ooh! Actually, I mean, okay, I see. Ah, okay. Uh, no, it's not a demon. Who's there? That's different. But that's the same person that was talking to Fushi, this one with the armor. He doesn't want to be a god. But Fushi doesn't want to be considered as a god. I mean, even if he helped the Bon, he was just giving him a second chance. So he didn't die and then he was born again thanks to Fushi. It's not like Anna, for example. What? does that mean? So he wants him to revive them. Oh, but this is something. No. No, no, in fact, no. No, he will not do that. He's sacrificing others for his sake. I don't think it's going to happen. No. I hope that he doesn't do that. Ma, but I mean, no. If they are going to die, he's going to gain their appearance, and at the same time, if he's going to forget about someone, he's going to use the appearance of them so the other vessels are not forgotten. But this is like a sacrifice. There's Fushi even. Fushi! Ah. Yeah. And no, he is a sincere. Let her be, and then you'll see. No, in fact. Oh! Oh, yes, I imagined that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mon, you know that that was wrong. Now I understand. Exactly, that's something he will never do. No. No, no, that's wrong. No, Bon, you're making a mistake by doing this. You don't want to stay next to Fushi in the real way. Oh! Kahaku, you're saying this because of your own interest. No, no, no. No, I think Echo is the one and only who can support Fushi in the worst moments at this point. Nor Bon, nor Kahaku. Bon, why did you decide to do that? Again. Okay. Maybe while you play the game, you can get in touch with them. Maybe you can connect the game with the attack of knockers. Yes. No. Ma no. That's true, but maybe he is doing that because he wants to reach them. Okay, no, I retreat what I said. Oh! So he got that scratch. No, because you stayed. I mean, you lived. But your grandma and your father went. So your grandma, for example, is free from the pain she was feeling. Mm. He built his loyalty to Bon in this way. Mm. Even his father. Oh, yeah, because you couldn't hear these words, right? Yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, that's what, yes. You understand the answer while going on living. Yeah, yeah. I think even Fushi agrees. Bon. See, I think Echo is the one and only in this moment who can understand Fushi, who can help Fushi. Yes, let's go. if Fushi can help them. Yeah, let's build it. Okay. No, no, no tricks here. I like when Fushi tries to help others without wanting anything in return. Not because he doesn't need it, because he's eternal, but because he has the empathy not to ask anything. He is just right us, let's say. They think, what is he going to do now? Oh yeah. Hmm. Fushi. Oh yes. Wow. Amazing. Good job, Fushi. Okay, guys, another episode finished, and yeah, since the beginning of it, I didn't understand what Bon was trying to say. But now that we went on more with the episode, I understand what he was trying to do, and I don't agree with that, sincerely. He also knows that it's a bad plan, it's a bad idea, but the fact that he wants to do something like this. I don't think that Fushi will agree with this at all, because to sacrifice other people so they are helping him not forgetting the people who already died and were taking care of Fushi or loved Fushi, that's a mess. Anyway, it's a sacrifice, and I don't think that Fushi will ever agree with this plan. So, Bon, I understand what you're trying to do because you wanted to help Fushi not forgetting about his dearest people, and it's something noble. But at the same time, it's wrong because you're sacrificing the life, the feelings of other people, and it's disgusting. That's why I don't agree with him, and I hope that Fushi will never agree with it. No matter what it takes, I really hope that Fushi will never say, yes, okay, let's do it. Because, okay, that he has the dearest people not to forget, but that doesn't mean that this can compromise the life of others. And now I also understand why he felt a little bit sad when he saw one of these soldiers going out, because he was asking Torta to have this speech so he could convince all the soldiers not to join. Not to join, not to join, but to join. So nobody could have gone out from that room. But the fact that one of them went out makes you understand that Bon's plan was already gone, let's say. But yeah, I think that Fushi doesn't need these. He needs to gain awareness. He needs to know, to understand how to prevent these when the knockers are attacking, instead of sacrificing others for his own sake. That's something disgusting, because to Fushi this means as if he wants to own these people's lives, and we know that he doesn't like that, or that he wants to control other people's lives, that it's something that he doesn't like, and we already know about that. So in both cases, Bon is doing the wrong choice. And by doing this, he's separating little by little from Fushi, because Fushi is not trusting him anymore, because Fushi believes that every time he's getting in touch with him, it's because he wants to force him to do something that he doesn't. So he lost the trust in this person. And I'm so sad for that, because I repeat you, even if I understand that he wants to do something good for Fushi, but he is doing this in the wrong way, so he is not right. And I hope that Bon understands this and tries to let the Fushi understand about himself more. I mean, I hope that he is giving the time to Fushi to understand more about how to escape from these disastrous scenario in the case the knockers are attacking him and he is going to forget the people he loves the most. I think that thanks to that knockers attack, Fushi will be able to find a way, and at the same time he will be able to regain his memories somehow. He did it in the past already, so he will be able to find his own way without sacrificing these three men that they don't have any fault to be there. They don't need to be sacrificed because of that, definitely. And in the previous episode, I thought that when they were talking about other entities like Fushi, other immortal entities, I thought, oh, okay, there are other Fushi in the world and not just the Fushi. But now we understand that Bon referred to the fact that they had to to let these three men join. So then when they die, they go inside of a Fushi's database, let's say, and they will give Fushi the appearance they had, because once they are gone, they are going to lose that appearance and this soul can go. And they are going to become immortal because of that. I mean, I thought something totally different. Do we have to believe that there are other Fushis in the world anyway? Let's stay tuned and keep on watching, because things can change here. You never know how. It's nonsense to me. I mean, I think that Fushi has to do it by himself, in this case, to try to find a solution, without the constant help from others. There are things that you do because you can do them and you don't need the help of others, and there are things you can't do, and in that case you ask for help from others. So I think that in this case Fushi can understand things by himself, even if in the previous episode we have to thank Echo, because it's a thanks to her that Fushi could understand how to manage that replica of the ship. So in that case we have to thank her. But in this case, I think that now that he has more instruments, now that he has more knowledge than before, he can find his way. So we have to stay tuned and keep on watching. That's it. I understand that Bon wants to be helpful. I understand that he really cares about Fushi and he doesn't want that anything bad is going to happen to him. But this is going to create a misunderstanding, and this is going to let them break this friendship, and I don't want that, sincerely. So I really hope that Bon is not going to erase even his second chance that was given by Fushi, and that things can go back as before in the best way. In the meantime, I really agree with what these men was saying throughout the end of the episode, when he was explaining his background story. He was a soldier of a Bonsama, but before that he was a poor person who was trying to struggle, and he was helping his father, and he was taking care of his grandma, and then the knockers broke his routine by destroying everything. So he hoped to die because he thought that he could have been freed by all the mess that was happening, because his grandma was feeling sick, and also because his father was hitting him every day. But then he started thinking more, and he understood that if he died at that time as the knockers wanted, and he could be freed by his body, he could have been cursed forever, because he was sending lots of grudges on his dad because of this strange relationship that he was having with him. While by being alive, he had the chance to talk to his dad for the last time, in which he was saying sorry to him for everything that he did before dying. And that's why this man is against the knockers now. And I also am against the knockers, sincerely, because of what that soldier, that I think at this point that is the same, that was saying to Fushi, when Fushi was saying, why do we have to go on living if we are not happy here? And that the soldier was telling him, by going on living, you will understand why. You will be able to answer to your questions. And I think that that was the same person, because he's saying more or less the same thing. While living, I understood why it was better to go on living. Definitely, it was better to go on living because he had the chance to change things until the end, and to find peace in his heart, and both to let his father rest in peace after saying sorry to everything that he did. And that was really emotional and really beautiful, and it's meaningful, because when we face a hard time, we sometimes say, oh, I'm tired, go on living like this, or I'm tired, I hope that I can die so I will not suffer anymore, and whatever. But these stories are helping you understand that while you're saying something like this, you don't pay attention on what all the chances you're going to lose if you're ending your life right now. And that's meaningless. I mean, the fact that you have the gift of life and the gift to go on living your life no matter the circumstances, it's a gift. It's something precious because it gives you the opportunity to see what's going to happen next, to see if you can answer to your questions, and to die peacefully. Because if you reach that peace and you die peacefully, then even in the afterlife, in the other dimension, you will be happy because you will be able to reach where you wanted to reach. Or you can go back to the source, or anyway, you have a special place that you want to reach, you can. Now, this man has a special place that he wants to reach. That is his grandma and his father, because from that moment, when he regained that lost relationship with his dad, till now, in which he has this awareness inside his heart, time passed, and even acknowledgement was reached. So things changed, and now if he dies and he's reaching them, he's happier rather than reaching them and being cursed over there because his father is there right now in the other dimension. And maybe they wouldn't get along with each other. So as you can see, what's important to do now, it's better if you do it now. Or at least while you go on living, don't say that it would be better if you're not living anymore, because you don't know what does it mean. And at the same time, automatically speaking, you're going to erase all the possibilities that you might have, and you don't even know that they are happening, but at least there is a small chance of hope that these are going to happen. So I am really happy with what this man said, because even if at the beginning he was standing on Knocker's side, then he's standing on Fushi's side, because he believes that living longer and living on is better than erase your existence just because you believe that on the other side everything is better. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I think all characters that Fushi met were happy to go, and they ended what they had to do in that moment in their living life. So that's why they felt happy to reach their places, and they felt as if they finished their mission. In that case, it worked because they ended what they had to do. But for this man, it was not over until he felt a peace inside his heart. I really believe that what this man is telling Fushi is a piece of his existence, and he's sharing it with Fushi. That is a great thing, because Fushi has the opportunity to get in touch with these men, even if they are playing a game, but thanks to that game, they are able to talk. They are able, in the case of the man, he's able to share his experience, his life, and see, even if you're in front of a game, you can spend time together, and it's already a small step forward. Then Bon arrives, and of course Fushi is reluctant because he doesn't trust him, so he doesn't want to get in touch with him. I understand why Fushi is behaving like that, because he trusted Bon. He thought that Bon was doing some things for his sake, and he was also thanking Fushi, so he thought that he could trust him as a friend, but now he feels betrayed. And I think that Bon has to do other things in order to regain Fushi's trust. And the one thing that he could do is to try to understand Fushi and his will. If he doesn't want you to do something like this, you shouldn't force him. Bon is like as if he's repeating the same mistake as before, even if it's a different context. Because before, he was forcing Fushi to do this, to do that, just because he wanted to be a king. And he wanted Fushi not knowing the fact that he could revive other human beings because he didn't want to lose the chance to become a king by getting in touch with him. We already know that, you know. Or he didn't want the Fushi to go without him because he could have used the Fushi for his own interests. But now Bon is repeating the mistake because he's forcing Fushi to agree with him, and it's not right. I think Bon should have understood since the beginning that if you force someone, then you're going to become enemies instead of friends, because you can't impose your thoughts on others. But I hope that Bon understands his mistake once again before things will be impossible to recreate. I mean, I hope that Bon is not going to die with this regret that he couldn't become friends with Fushi once again. Then let's see what's going to happen, because at this point I still believe that there is another eternal entity somewhere. Who knows, maybe in this episode it was put this sort of idea like this without even being so important as a result, but what if other eternal creatures really exist? And Fushi's reaction to that. Because if we find another eternal creature, another eternal entity like Fushi is, then it would be easier. Because we needed to get in touch with the ability of this other creature. And we needed to see if he or she has something in common with Fushi. If not, if it's an animal, if it's a human-like creature, if it's something else, we don't know. But that's why I'm curious to see how this story goes on. And at the same time, I really hope that even if there is no other solution for Fushi to attack the knockers and to defeat them, I hope that he's not going to accept this. The reason why I say this is because I notice that Fushi now more than ever is resolute, and he's not going to change his mind easily just because others want him to change his mind. He really knows what to do, and he doesn't want that other people are choosing for him. And that's already a great ability that he has. I mean, more than other abilities, I think that the fact that he is convinced about what to do, and the fact that he is brave enough not to change his mind, that's already a great ability, let me tell you. Talking about Echo, as much as I was saying during the reaction, I think that Echo is the one and only at this point who Fushi can trust for real. Because even if she gained lots of food, even if now she can always live better than before thanks to Fushi, if now she has a roof on top of her head, so she will never be in a dangerous situation, etc., etc. She keeps helping Fushi, and she feels sad even when she was looking at him like that, when Fushi is sad or is angry, because it's like as if she can feel Fushi's feelings too, not just the contrary. I mean, not just the Fushi can understand or can sense her feelings, but vice versa. I mean, I think even Echo can feel how he feels. And at the same time, it was thanks to her that he could release this ability without her being sacrificed. Did you understand? So if we can do the same thing, even for these other three men, without being sacrificed, they can help Fushi gaining a sort of knowledge, or at least they can help Fushi reaching that ability in another way, as much as Echo did. Let's hope that Echo is not going anywhere. Let's see, and let's hope that nothing is going to happen to Echo, sincerely. I really hope not. Because every time Fushi is finding someone who really cares and who really doesn't want anything in return, rather than his presence, he or she is going to die. So I really hope that Echo is not going to die. But even Bon, I hope that he's not going to die and he's going to help Fushi in another way. So Fushi can regain his trust and they can still be friends. To be honest with you, it's been a long time since there is not an important death. Did you notice that? I mean, there were many episodes in which there was not a death that was involving one of the friends next to Fushi. Is it going to be Kahaku, the next one? Is it going to be Bon, the next one? Or Echo, the next one? One of these three men. But anyway, I believe that someone is going to die really soon. I really hope it's not Echo because, come on, okay that she wants to rejoin her brother because she really cared about him. But I think Fushi really needs her. So I hope that it's not going to happen. And we know that Fumetsu no Anatae sometimes is putting a death suddenly. And we can't prevent from crying. Okay, anyway, let's see what's going to happen next time with episode 12 of the second season of Fumetsu no Anatae to Your Eternity. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Keep subscribing to the channel and click on the notification bell. Bye, guys. See you in the next video.